Welcome to the Inside Story Group, everyone. James, your forehead looks lovely. Oh, there's your eyes. Glad you guys are all here. Darrow is giving his presentation today, and so let us screen share. Let's see. On our end, we want this one. Okay, can you all see his first slide there? Oh, you guys are all muted. Okay. All right, Darrow, go ahead.
All right.
I remember him.
This
is just one that we found online, but yep, there's something similar. All right, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to be presenting about snakes.
Yeah, go ahead, just click.
So the facts. They are reptiles, which means they are cold-blooded, and so that means that they so from this down.
No, it's okay, you've got it.
It means that they sense they kind of sense a lot of
Where did they get their warmth from?
They get their warmth from the sun, isn't that?
Their surroundings?
The surroundings. And to cool down, they go into shade or water. And they're full of scales. There are types, around 450 types, and around 4,500 types, and six in the world, and 600 are venomous. Their diet, they are.
Wait.
Mom.
You know, we practiced this ahead of time, and I think his rec is just kind of can you tell them the difference between venomous and poisonous?
Oh, okay. So venomous means that if it bites you and you die from it, that's venomous, and if you bite it and you die, that's poisonous. All right, their diet. They are carnivores, which means they eat meat. They use their tongue to smell out prey, and it can be 10 times bigger than their head because they've got no jaws connected. Like right here, we've got jaws connected, but they don't. So they can open their mouth.
How are their jaws connected? Ours are connected by bones. What are their jaws connected by?
Muscle and skin. There are three main types: venomous, non-venomous, and constrictors.
What were you going to tell them about each of those?
Venomous, venom, they use venomous snakes use their venom on their prey to kill them. Non-venomous just has to be fast and snap them up. And constrictors squeeze their prey until they can't breathe. Snake game. We'll learn about snakes through a trivia game. Keep track of how many you get right.
Do you remember what you were going to say about the game?
We're gonna have a trivia game. Trivia.
He knows that you haven't learned all of these yet, but figured this might be a more fun way to learn about it as you go through the game.
Yeah.
Sounds good to us.
Oh, but what is the world's longest snake?
Burmese python. It had a world record.
What do you think, Eric? James says Burmese python.
I say the yellow anaconda. It has the world record.
It's the reticulated python.
Oh.
Whoa.
What? How?
It can grow up to a whopping 33 feet.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
So I think in So James, I think you might be right with the longest one ever, but with this, they were going off of their average lengths. Just like sometimes there are really, really crazy tall humans, not all of us are as tall as the tallest man.
Oh, and also, it might have actually been the one in America.
Oh, it could have been,
'Cause
yeah.
There was a world record for a Burmese python being over like 20 feet.
Mhm. All right, are you ready for the next
He
one?
just froze.
Okay. Oh, here, move around. Are we back?
We're back.
Okay, Darrow, go to the next one.
Which species of snake is most venomous?
Black mamba or death adder?
Death Adder. Because it says in the snake.
Inland
death-
tapin.
What?
Ooh. Do you remember where those live, Darrow?
They live in Australia.
Wow.
Okay, we read about their venom. How many people could it kill with let's see. Do you remember we read about that with one bite, what their venom can do?
It can kill 20
No,
people.
100.
It can kill 100 people in one bite.
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
I would like to see it fit 100 people in its mouth though.
Ugh.
Imagine that thing with the head sticking out of its mouth.
Blech. Okay, we're gonna read in this one.
What is the smallest snake in existence?
Thread snake, I think. Thread
The
snake.
Texas
Or
blind
crate.
snake.
It's the Barbados thread snake.
I said thread snake. I was correct.
Dang it, I haven't gotten any of
Found
them.
on the islands of
Antigua.
Antigua and Barbuda. The Barbados
yeah.
thread snake is a non-venomous snake with adults averaging just under 4 inches in length.
How
Wow.
big is that? Hold up your fingers. We'll show them how big. How
That's
big? Roughly.
that's roughly that big.
Wow.
Oh, that's tiny. I
I
wonder how
can't
big the
see
babies
anything.
are.
They're probably just this long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't see your hands or anything.
Right. Can all snakes swim?
False.
False.
Only some.
True.
Whoa.
Really?
Yep.
All snakes can swim. Wow.
They don't all like to, but they all can.
What term is used to describe the movement on snakes on loose sand?
Sidewinding.
Eric?
I want to say snaking.
Okay. It's sidewinding.
That's correct.
All right. That's 2 points for you in total. Of all of the snakes in the world, how many of them are venomous?
That's a good question.
1 in 20.
James?
What do you think, James?
1 in 3 or 1 in 5.
Okay, click it.
I'm gonna guess 1 in
1 in 10.
Oh, we were all wrong.
Do you remember, Darrow? How many? Because you wrote it down on your card.
600 at most.
600.
600 species of snakes are venomous.
That's still a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
How many snake
Well, and we found
species?
differing numbers on how many were venomous and how many total. So it's approximate.
4,500.
How many snakes?
6,500.
4,500.
I'm gonna be wrong.
Yep, you were right. I think you remembered part of my slide.
At the beginning.
Yep.
So Eric, your math would have been more correct with the first one. So we probably should have made all the slides match up with the game, huh?
That's okay.
Okay, go ahead, Darrow.
Why do snakes flick their tongues?
To pick up scent.
Pick up scents.
You are both right. That is an easy one.
That is like what we do.
Could you imagine having to go around smelling people like this?
Ugh. Ugh.
Okay,
Actually, the snakes have the fork in their tongue so they can, the stronger part of the scent will, so the snake has two parts of their tongue. They both are really sensitive. The stronger part of the scent, pretend like the stronger part is this side of the tongue. The snake will always go the way the scent is.
that's pretty cool, huh?
Mhm.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah. Which of the following snakes plays dead when threatened?
Grass snake.
James, what do you think?
I don't know.
Cuban wood?
I'm just gonna say carpet. Because carpets are dead.
Oh, grass snake.
Yep, you were right. First point for you.
Oh, what other animal plays
I did
dead
correct this week.
to when it's threatened?
Place dead?
The opossum.
Good job.
Hmm.
Which is the fastest species of snake in the world?
Southern black racer. It says racer in it, so I think it's correct. That's what it is.
I think. Let's see. Western tiger snake.
Black mamba.
Oh, I second guessed myself. Dang it.
All right, so hold on, Darrow. Wait, at the very bottom there, how fast can it go?
It can go
Well, don't read the kilometers because we all.
It can go 12.5 miles per hour.
Wow.
You remember how fast we looked it up? How fast do humans run on
Yeah.
average?
8 miles an hour.
Wow.
Okay, now that's creepy.
Yep.
Carolyn, do you want to
Thank
know
goodness we
something?
do not have a
You-
black mamba here.
I just need to.
Till.
3.
Hey, Carolyn, do you want to hear something else creepy? I'm pretty sure Africa, there is a snake that can run 30 miles an hour.
That's pretty fast.
Just to let you know, something else creepy. It's not about snakes, but mouses can fit through holes the size of pencils.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
So cover up pencil-sized holes.
Let me introduce you to one of the coolest snakes I've ever met. This is Jafar. He is a reticulated python. He is native to Southeast Asia. And I think in India.
can you turn the captions on?
Nope, just listen. It's native to Southeast Asia.
He is probably one of the snakes in the world when he is out in the wild. But I think he is 10 to 14. He can be in captivity. He is 10 to 14 feet long. And oh. Either still asleep or he's I woke up. And that's it. Oh, I think he woke up. Let me see if I can get he woke up. Further into this.
Okay, well, why don't you tell them more about Jafar?
Um, um, uh,
Where's your other card? Well, why don't you go off and oh, there's your card down on the bottom. It fell off. Hold on.
Wait, hang on, I need to go through this song.
Okay, there you go. So they may not have been able to hear as well what you were saying in the video. So why don't you tell them again all about Jafar?
so Jafar lives in Southeast Asia.
Jafar lives at EAC, but other
Well,
pythons like
yeah.
him.
Yeah, other pythons like him,
There you
but he lives at EAC. He was part of the giants. He is part of the list of giant snakes. And males can grow to 10 to 14 feet when they are in captivity, as I said, and females can grow to 20 feet.
Oh, jeez.
go.
Now that's creepy. I'm never meeting one of those snakes except Jafar.
And they can live to 12 to 20 years. And they feed this thing live roosters.
This one right here in the math science building, they feed it live roosters.
Yep.
Wow.
How do they
Have
do?
you ever been there when they fed it?
Not yet.
So they just put the roosters in, and he is a constrictor. So he just constricts those, and then he snaps them up.
Wow.
Cameron says that they'll hear the rooster kind of making a noise, clucking, and then all of a sudden they'll hear and then they don't hear anything after that.
Wow.
I like chickens.
So
No,
what
I don't want them to die.
stop there. They feed him roosters because a lot of people here in town, you can only have either, depending on the neighborhood you're in, you either can't have roosters, or most people just want hens to get the eggs. And so as the roosters, they don't know what to do with them. And so people donate the roosters to the biology department to feed Jafar instead of just killing it in general, so that it at least goes for a good cause rather than just disposing of them.
Why not just sell them for pets?
Well, because most people don't keep roosters as pets. Roosters can get mean and they are a lot noisier. And so some neighborhoods you aren't allowed to have roosters.
I
And
like
So it,
chickens.
yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the way life
Do
works.
they
You have to eat something to survive, and Jafar eats roosters.
just feed him roosters?
Yep, that's what they feed him.
So he has 80 teeth, and he has no external ears.
Tell them about the teeth. What did you learn about the teeth?
So the teeth, they are kind of like curved, so they point like back toward his throat.
So like this.
Yeah.
And
So
how many where are they located?
so they're located like up here. They have two in the front row and two in the back row,
Plus
plus one in the
two
middle,
rows on the top of his mouth.
plus 2 rows on the top of his mouth.
What else does your card say? What else did you want to tell him?
And he can have around 400 ribs. Humans only have 24 ribs.
It's a lot of ribs.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, I'll just wait.
Do you have anything more?
I think that's it.
Okay, so
Okay.
So do you have any questions there, Eric?
Yeah. Why is Cameron holding a snake in the picture on the
The newsletter?
yeah.
Well, when the newsletter comes out, you can read the article.
Let's pull this up. Let's see.
It's still sharing.
Yep, we'll have to write it. I'll make it bigger, but that picture, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, Darrow, and that's Jafar. So Darrow, why is Dad holding Jafar?
Dad was reading, it was at our own school, it was reading week, and Mom and Dad went over there to read The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash, and they brought the closest thing, which was this. They could have brought the sand boa because it was a bow.
We could have brought the sand boa, but it just isn't as exciting as.
So they read the story, and then Dad showed the snake the kids.
Maybe I missed this when I had to step out. How heavy is that snake? That looks like a pretty heavy snake to just carry around.
It's about 75 pounds.
About 75 pounds.
Ow.
Oh my gosh, how does Cameron even hold that?
That's probably about what Darrow weighs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about what I weigh.
Well, and you can't see it real well. Let's see. You see down here at the bottom, it had wrapped itself around Cameron's leg. So it was. Let's see.
Was it squeezing him?
Sort of. It wasn't squeezing him to hurt him, but it was squeezing him to make sure that it didn't fall.
Got it.
I've got another picture somewhere of him trying to walk with it, but now all of a sudden I can't find it.
Someone deleted it. I'm going to do that.
Oh, no, here it is. Okay, I'll send it over to the computer and then it'll pull right up.
I'm really white.
Cameron does really like those snakes. Cameron loves snakes and lizards and all kinds of things.
Oh, do we need to unwrap this?
Oh,
Look at that big old snake.
Isn't that crazy?
you sent two.
It's almost like walking with a toddler tied around your leg.
Right? Oh my
I don't want to hold Jafar.
So did Cameron read the story and hold the snake at the same time, or did we have to employ some teamwork?
I read the story. He held the snake.
Sounds like a good plan.
Did he go to elementary school?
It's an elementary school.
Did the snake eat anybody? Or
No.
try to?
Do you want to tell him why Dad has his arm like that, Darrow?
No, I don't know why.
Do you remember?
He was.
Well, let's see. You three boys, problem solve or be detectives about that picture. Why would Cameron have his arm up like that?
So this arm up over the snake like that. Why is his arm up?
So the snake can go through his armpit, under his armpit, and around his neck, then around his leg, then on top of the other leg.
What would happen if he put his arm down inside the snake instead of over the top of the snake?
Well,
He would get squeezed.
Well, what part would get squeezed?
His body?
Well, if he tucked this arm down inside this loop, see the snake loops around behind
Yeah.
him like that, what would the snake be wrapping around?
Oh, his neck.
Squeezed.
Yeah. And Jafar kept trying to do that because they like to wrap tightly around things, like around tree branches. And so Cameron had to be really careful and hold his arm out like that, not because the snake was trying to eat him, but because he just wasn't sure what was going on.
He just was needing a hug. He was in a new place and it was scary and he was just trying to hug Uncle Cameron.
Yep. Oh, Darrow, did you
Huh?
want to tell them about the snake's color?
did some kids scream?
Yep.
Which one was it?
Mostly it was this because the second graders were all at recess when we brought them in. And to get to Ion's class, we had to walk across the length of the playground. And so all the boys came running and all the girls ran away screaming.
Sounds right.
Yep. Okay, so Darrow, tell them, is that the normal color of Ion's?
No, he just doesn't have as much pigment. Kind of like my eyes.
What are pigments?
It's the color.
Oh,
So his body doesn't make brown the right way, and so it shows up as yellow.
That's
Ooh.
interesting.
So he wouldn't be able to survive.
Okay, now how do we stop share? There we go. All right, Sarah, do you want to ask them if they have any more questions?
Do you have any more questions?
How many Darrows would it take to be as long, if you were to lay down on the floor, foot to head kind of thing? How many Darrows to be as long as that, as Jafar?
I'm not sure.
Well, how tall is he?
3.
About 4'8". So what I can remember when I
It'd
last.
take 5 of me exactly because you said he was 20 feet. About 5 of me exactly, and there'd be 2 feet to spare.
How long did you say the snake was?
We don't actually, I don't know how long Jafar is. I think
he's well, since he's in captivity, I think he's 10 to 14 feet.
yeah, I think actually, if I remember right, Dad said, I'm remembering either 12 or 15.
That thinking back to that picture or that video clip of Cameron walking out the building and the snake went from his foot all the way up to his head. And it
All the way
twisted
down.
around. So if we think Cameron's 6 feet and the snake's about twice as long, that would make the snake 12 feet.
That sounds about right there.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So Darrow, if you were 4 feet tall, how many Darrows would it take to equal a 12-foot snake?
That would take 3 of me.
Nice. Eric, you're 5 feet tall. So how many Erics would it take to equal? a
I'm
12
5 feet tall too.
So how many Jameses would it take to make 12 feet?
2.
10 and 1/4.
Tiny
Oh,
bit
we
shorter.
could chop you into quarters. Nice.
If you tried, I'd probably punch you in the face.
Yeah, next time you guys come visit, Cameron said you could come over and he'll get the snake out and you guys can touch it.
That would be cool. Field trip.
Yeah.
Okay, DJ, what day? We'll meet you there.
Oh gosh, let me get back to you on that.
All right. Should we end it? End
Yeah.
the recording?
Oh, wait.
Or any other questions? Hold on.
Question about the snake presentation.
Yeah, when that happens, do you think Cameron could maybe bring do you think Cameron could bring the snake to Grandpa's wedding?
I doubt it. I doubt that the people would, I don't think we could get it on a plane, and that snake stinks so bad. It was bad enough being in the car with it 5 minutes between schools. I would not want to be in the car with it for,
Did you
It's because it sleeps on its own poop.
it's, yeah,
Wash it.
gross. It stinks.
poop smell is?
No. Oh, inside the car? Yeah,
Yeah.
inside the car still smells like snake. It's gross.
That's gross. How long has it been?
It'll have been a week.
Oh, wow.
A week tomorrow. No.
Quite the
Oh
intense
my
smell
gosh,
then.
2 weeks. It will have been 2 weeks.